Okay, looks like we are live. I'll wait about 1 minute and then we'll start on today's topic. Essentially, what would it feel like your first day when you were here in the Philippines? Nervousness, regret, I don't know. Um, Maybe you're not here in the Philippines and you can hear some real life explanations of others who kind of experience that feeling, and was it no big deal or was it kind of a butterfly moment? We'll wait 1 minute here, guys. While I'm waiting, I'll have some calamansi juice. Squeeze these just this morning, put it in my water. Oh my gosh, that's good stuff. I actually picked these at my brother-in-law's house, but I'm not going to delay too much. So I can relate to my first day here in the Philippines. It was April 15th last year. It was, I was excited, super excited. First and foremost, I knew I was retired. Um, Even though I was excited, I still had butterflies. It's weird because I'm no longer working, right? So day one, I just felt like I was on a vacation, like I've experienced in the past. Um, that's what it felt like. A vacation, that same feeling. You can tell it. You kind of thought about it. Wait a minute, this is real, right? I'm actually here, not on vacation. I'm gonna be here for a while before I go back and visit my kids in the U.S. It was kind of this is real. Let me pinch myself. This is like really real. The butterflies were essentially knowing that I am totally retired, and the income I live off of is what I've built over the years. And what I do going forward is up to me and my wife, of course. Um, Whatever we want to do, as long as we stay within our means, I guess. We did come over here with a budget, a couple thousand a month. That was I'm essentially watching all these other YouTube influencers that already lived here in the Philippines. And to be quite honest, that's why I started this channel, because I wanted to share my experiences and give you guys opportunity to see it maybe from a different angle. Like I've said in a couple other videos, I don't live amongst other expats per se. Although my brother-in-law lives 15 minutes from me, that's the only expat I know here. I've seen a few here and there, but I've never personally talked to them. But and now I'm getting off topic a little bit. Back to that day one event, right? It didn't really sink in, really, that first day feeling, other than the excitement of I can do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about going back to work. But the butterfly part was work. I'm not working again. After you worked your whole life, right? You used to just being on that grind, right? That weekly commute, weekly grind of work, right? And that goes away. It's stress free, but at the same time, you're like, that money is not there anymore. I was making pretty good money. I'm not gonna say exactly how much I was making, but I was making a really good living. I mean, it did my job afforded me to retire early, so, but I still had to plan. I still had to, do everything that required of me to do to make that happen. That being for me, building a house, renting buildings, buying a car, a motorcycle, yeah. But I think once the little butterflies of this is so real kind of went away, um, then your mind starts tricking you like, gosh, I've never been away from my boys. I have three boys. I've never been away from them like this, other than vacation for a couple of weeks. I'm not even gonna see them. It's April 15th. I'm not even gonna see them until November sometime, beginning of November. So this is a totally new adventure. Something you don't have that problem. My wife and I do. We love our kids a lot. It kind of sunk in after a week. Right? After a week, you're just like, wow, it's gonna be a while. And it was hot here. I remember it was hot, starting to heat up again too. By the way, the door shut, the AC on for a couple hours. Um, but it was really hot after a week. It's like, oh, we got 7 months to go before we see the kids again, and two grandchildren. But I mean, we could be in the States and they could have moved somewhere to the East Coast or whatever. I'm still only going to see them once or twice a year, right? I mean, think about it. Fly there every week or have them fly to see me every week. It's not realistic. So you kind of come to grips with that as well. However, that wasn't the situation. We probably could have saw them every day. But we already made our commitments, right? We essentially gave everything that we owned to our kids. They didn't want it to ship it here in the Philippines. Um, gave my cars away. So actually, I think if I did redid that one, although my kids appreciate it, obviously, I think if I redid that, that would have kept us there. Now it's like I'm kind of held hostage to drive a car when I get there, unless I want to rent one or call an Uber or something like that. It is what it is. Um, but I do want to hear from some people in the comments, if you don't mind. What did you feel like, especially guys who've been here for a while, like say 5, 10 years, right? Day one, do you remember what that feeling was like? And then even after that, were you like saying, "Oof, this is weird," but I bet this is weird, but at the same time, I just go with it because how stress is gone out of my life. The only stress I have is booking a flight to go on vacation, to go somewhere nice, or to visit my kids again. But overall, it's a good feeling. Other than the butterflies when you first get here, because now you're in a whole new world, whole new element. The weather's totally different. Yeah, it doesn't matter how many times you visited in the past, which I did. I mean, I kind of went yearly for 30 years. But 2 weeks at a time versus 2 months, 4 months, 7 months is a big difference. It's a huge difference. And I think after the first 2, 3 weeks, um, then I had to really start thinking of I can't get bored here, so trips, uh, you know, I love cooking. There's all kinds of different types of food here, so I started trying different foods, shopping a lot, cooking a lot. And then we have traveling a lot, right? We haven't gone to any other islands yet. We have gone around to certain places like Clark, Baguio, Subic, Tagaytay, Tongass, and a handful of other little small areas, essentially everywhere in Luzon, kind of. Although I know Luzon was further south than Tongass, but a lot of traveling. So later on this year, I'm gonna turn 60. Um, we want to go to Boracay. I know it's a touristy place, but we want to go there. Go to Boracay and experience that, see how that is. And like at Frank, we want to visit other islands. We want to go to Palawan, Cebu, you know. Um, I'm going to try to avoid some of the touristy areas, but I mean, I guess once you get over the little butterfly action when you first get here, there's a lot of excitement too when you first get here. Right? You're excited because this is a whole new world, especially if you think about the situation, right? Because when you first get here, you feel like you're on vacation, like I said before. After after it sinks in, you know this is your thing, your time. You do whatever you want now. Doesn't look like I got too many people on today, which is fine. I mean, I messed up the live stream. This is the second live stream I messed up. I didn't figure it out. I do have a topic, and it's what was your feeling when you came out to the Philippines for the first time, knowing that you're retired? And then some of you guys that haven't retired yet, does that cross your mind? And then certainly, if anyone watches this after I post it, leave a comment on what your feeling was if you actually do live here. So those guys that are coming after us kind of have a bird's eye view of what to expect as far as feelings are concerned, what your mental state is, because you don't really want to overthink it. You want to be prepared more than anything. But retirement, wherever you are, I'm sure it's kind of the same feeling. You leave your employer and you're on your own after that. You make your own little decisions on how to spend your money and how much of it to spend. But I will say that living here in the Philippines is quite an experience. To me, I love the warm weather. Although when it's hot, it gets kind of miserable, but I still love it. Tank top, wear tank top all year. Although I wore shorts and baggy when we visited like a month ago. It get cold, but we do enjoy it. We also do enjoy our family, and we also do enjoy seeing our family in the U.S. So um, twice a year, we will visit the U.S. and our kids, along with the traveling that we do here in local Philippines. Now, depending on how much traveling we do and when, we might cut one less trip to the U.S. Right? Um, because my wife wants to see Italy. I have a friend that actually has a hotel in Italy, Sicily, that we want to visit. So that might be one less trip to the U.S. that year. Now, smaller trips to Japan or Singapore or Thailand or South Korea, those are all expected little side trips, 4 or 5 day trips that that we want to do. We're going to do most of our traveling before we're, both in our 60s. My wife's almost 5 years younger than I am. Get all that nailed down, and then who knows? Maybe after 5, 10 years, we move back to the Philippines. There's nothing saying that we can't do that. We have family in both places. Maybe we move back and just visit a couple months out of the year. I don't know. Right now, I'm going to be here for at least 5 years. I mean, we have made a lot of commitments by building a house, a big house, and buying a car, motorcycle, just all the little intangibles that come with it. Ship a container. I'm here for a little while, but I'm not ever ruling out that I could go back to the U.S. after 5 years, 10 years. We do love our family, and especially if the U.S. gets a little bit better. It's falling apart there for a little bit, but I think with new leadership in the country, things might be looking a little better going forward. We'll see. But we try to enjoy as much as we can while we can, and then just go from there. And so, anyway, I will leave it at that. Didn't see any comments. Saw a couple people come on, but while I'm small, is your opportunity. I'll answer what I can when I can. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.